Oubre against Johnson. Knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here's George. He had 15 points last outing. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
George is really one of the most amazing players in the league, an all-NBA caliber player, and he's worked tirelessly on his shooting form, and now it's close to perfect.
Johnson can't get it to go.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. Well, the Sixers this summer signing Paul George to create a star trio, along with the great value signings around the edges. Philly is widely regarded as one of the league's most improved rosters. And guys, this team is poised to compete with the league's best. They have a big three, and they have a real chance now to win a championship.
No doubt about it. We appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Free throw good, Maxey. Special K, you've seen Tyrese Halliburton a lot. He's as good as anyone in this league offensively. What does he do best?
I think his best basketball attribute is probably his passing, his vision, the way he can set other people up. But the intangible that makes him, he's a Pied Piper. He is a galvanizer. Guys love being around his energy and the way he plays. So not only does he play with great confidence, I think he infuses in his teammates a joy and a confidence that lifts them up too.
Here's Sohan, a three from Wembanyama. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Maxey. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. I spoke briefly with the 76ers head coach, and I asked him, how do you contend with the size and skill of Victor Wembanyama? He said, every night we see this guy do something no one has ever seen before. It's kind of like dealing with the unknown. A whole new kind of player needs new schemes. So we'll see some inventiveness out there on the defensive side tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Here's Maxey. After the basket by San Antonio. Here's Oubre. Vassell grabs the board. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
The three from George. San Antonio with the rebound. Pass to Paul. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Wembanyama finds Johnson. And the rejection by Embiid.
Big fella getting a little angry. Embiid, a force at the defensive end.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to talk to his guys. The Spurs making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing teams. The Spurs second.
I tell you what, if you had to pick one stat, at least on the offensive side of the ball, that benefits your team, this is it. I mean, when you're amongst the league leaders in assists, you're doing a lot of good things. Not just making shots, but you're moving your teammates and you're moving the basketball.
76ers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Oubre finds Maxey. Embiid with a screen on Paul. Here's Maxey. Sinks the three-pointer. Maxey's got 5 now.
The unbridled confidence of Maxey at the arc, you can see it and feel it. He knows how good he is.
So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Again, the miss by the Spurs.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
George passes to Martin. Here's Embiid. Plays it up off the glass.
Embiid knows how to bully his way into position for the putback.
And so Wembanyama will bring it up for the Spurs. 4-point game. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Philadelphia this year. 1:52 left in the first quarter. Barnes can't get it to go. 76ers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Traps in the tray.
Seems effortless for George, that quick release of his.
Spurs trail by 7. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Paul outside. To halt the run. Buries it from 3-point range.
Really aggressive play that time by Paul at the arc, letting the other team know he's also got that kind of range.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Andre Drummond's checked in for Embiid. Yabusele comes in for Caleb Martin. Gordon's checked in for George. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Kelly Oubre. .110 left in the first. Pass to Gordon. Right 13 feet away. Makes a big high bounce and goes in.
Boy, Gordon's such a natural scorer. Wherever he is on the floor, he knows how to score the ball. This guy is some kind of offensive player.
Now here's Johnson. No scoring in this one. Branham. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Gordon. Pass to Drummond. Now, here's Maxey. Over Jones. Maxey, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Johnson in the corner. And stolen by Gordon. Now Drummond. Pass to Maxey. Jacks up a three. He can't get that one to fall. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. 76ers lead by 3. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
So, Clark, the last couple NBA seasons featuring 14 of the top 15 team offensive ratings in league history.
You know, I think that's testament to the skill level of the players. And certainly you hear some coaches talk about defense being legislated out of the game. It is an entertaining product. That's part of the drive for more offense. But I guess I could agree that there does need to be maybe a touch more balance and not so tilted toward the offense.
Abusele out there with Embiid. Then there's Lowry. Then there's Gordon. And it's Quinones in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Barnes kicks to Jones. Broke loose. Lowry against Jones. Pass to Quinones. Outside Lowry. Now Embiid. Again, Embiid missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Collins, a screen on Gordon. Johnson from outside. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep, too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch. This guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Both teams deciding to change it up. Collins passes to Champagny. And here's Collins, guarded by Embiid from the left block. And he can't bank that one in. Philadelphia leading by 7. You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
2 open that time, made it look too easy. Barnes has got himself on the board with 3 there. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Philadelphia. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Fires from 14. Embiid is a load inside. You aren't going to get in his way.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways. I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks. The 76ers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Three shots.
And he hits the first of 3. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Paul George comes in for Eric Gordon. And Maxey subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And the second free throw, good. And he can't make it. 3 for 3. And they recover it. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Here's Wembanyama. After the made shot from Joel Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by Paul, no good. The 76ers leading by 10. Oubre kicks to George. Puts up a deep 3. A rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got 4 rebounds in this game. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Maxey passes to Martin. High post, Embiid. He's off on that one. Good defense by Wembanyama. Here's Sohan, defended by George. Pass to Sohan. Off target with his 3. 76ers shooting not great, 40% for the game. And here's George for 3. Nailed from three-point land. George has got the lead up to 11 now for the 76ers. Paul outside. Pass to Barnes. Wembanyama with it. Paul outside. The three. Bangs home the trifecta. Paul's got 6 points.
I mean, this guy is so good in the pick and roll, and it's such a reliable play for him because he's so good at reading the defense.
Now here's Embiid. He's got 10. Oubre passes to Martin. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. High over the top, Wembanyama.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Outside, Maxey. To the paint. Here's Embiid. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And so it's Philadelphia with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Here with Nick Nurse. Coach, the efficiency wasn't there in the first half. What adjustments do you need to make?
I thought we got pretty good shots, and if we're not going to score, it makes getting our defense set up difficult. So we got to keep shooting them. Hopefully, start making some of them.
Well, you can't score until you shoot, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Hey everybody, the story of the first half, Joel Embiid asserting his dominance. He's had a blazing hot start, I'd say.
You know what else is hot? This suit I got on. Check this thing out.
Ooh, man. If by hot you're meaning sweating, then yeah. Somebody get Shaq a fan, please.
I already got a lot of fans, Kenny. Millions.
All right, looking back now at that first half, a bit of a hill to climb for the San Antonio Spurs.
We've talked about it in the past. They have a deep rotation. That allows them to play matchups.
So why aren't they ahead in this game? And I'll tell you why. The starters have to do more.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
On the court right now for the Spurs, Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Vassell in the wing along with Johnson. And it's Paul in at the 5.
Usually you can expect Oubre to be the finisher, but when somebody else is this open, he moves the rock.
Vassell outside. Johnson with a screen on Oubre. And the basket by Vassell.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Greg, you know this. Getting that second contract is a major goal for young players in the NBA, like Devin Vassell.
And Devin did, signing a huge 5-year extension in 23. And he ended up having his finest year after inking that deal. Vassell has a very bright future.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Johnson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on George.
Like seeing Johnson getting after it, taking on all comers and drawing the whistle.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
And one thing you got to love about Johnson, his energy. The man doesn't take his foot off the gas.
And he sinks the second. And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
Now Johnson. Paul George missing from long range. Johnson finds Vassell. Wembanyama, a screen on Martin, and that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. Second team foul.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Wembanyama, a screen on Maxey. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 5. Over George.
Well, the quickness of Paul George on defense is something that very few players possess. I think he does a fantastic job rushing guys because of his presence.
Oubre passes to Maxey. Drills the three-pointer. Maxey's got 8.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
And a moment to check out Tyrese Maxey here.
He's coming off an excellent season. And he also finished in the top 20 of the assist rankings, making plays for others and making his teammates better.
Oh, yeah, one of the most dependable scorers in the league. He really saved him in several games a season ago. Spurs trail by 8. Vassell outside. Johnson outside. Lets it go. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
A priority for Johnson continuing to work on his jumper, especially off the catch like there.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. And here are the 76ers now. After the basket by San Antonio.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Spurs shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.